Good evening. Warm welcome to Expert SEM. We are going to see one more additional knowledge area related with the data capturing device. Let us go to the question. Let me share the screen. This is session number 123. If you would like to see previous session, visit my YouTube channel. The topic for this today is RFID. Maybe many of you are aware, but to what extent we can use, how to apply, what are the problem, what are the advantage, we have to see. Maybe when you enter a supermarket, all items are identified through the barcode. That is one of the primitive methods of identifying an item. So it contains some of the detail of the product, including the pricing. So at the counter he just scans and enters. Possibly there are some issue, sometime it doesn't capture, so you need to manually enter, and the item has to be in the line of sight to the scanner. Okay, at a distance it will not work. To overcome this problem, RFID is a radio frequency identification device. Was invented, maybe it's not a new thing, but available over 20 years. In fact, there are many advantage of using it, and in the logistic and supply chain there are very good advantage as long as the product is packed, and the cost of the product is relatively higher than the RFID device. Then you can see there are a lot of advantage. It can store much more detail than only what is possible in the barcode. Okay, and it's many times better, but the problem is it is expensive. Though over a period of time, last 2 decades, the cost of this barcode has come down, but not to the extent that these retailers or whoever remove doesn't there is no requirement to remove this RFID is not possible. Maybe for cost purpose they are removing, or they do not want where the final product is going. But for industrial purpose, mainly we need inexpensive item, especially when we are handling large component, a million component coming a day. But in a retail environment or distribution environment, that may not be big problem. But still I feel the cost is one of the inherent is of even now. There are two kinds of RFIDs possible: active and passive. In active, it has a inbuilt energy source, maybe like a battery, so it can operate on its own. Whereas passive, it depends upon the external source. So you have to point towards that source so that the light get reflected. So accordingly, the cost and size of these units may vary. Some of the good RFID can even work up to 100 meters. Okay, you might have observed some areas when a truck enters, then multiple RFIDs are mounted in a check post. For example, it can capture all the consignment which is available in the truck. You can imagine how fast and how easy to do that, because there are it need not be directly in the line of sight. In the barcode you have to keep the a reader near to the barcode, whereas RFID, the item need not be in the line of sight. It can be hidden, it can be remote, even up to 100 meters, and it can read multiple item if necessary. So there are so many advantages in this. Possibly for all the packaged goods, if you are talking about a carton or wooden box, like many of you may be handling in retail environment or distribution environment, it is fine. In B2B environment, it is still difficult, because we handle a lot of components, small components. Sometimes it is packed, unpacked, and even if it is packed and the supplier says there are 1,000 components, and the reader can only read that message saying that it is 1,000 components are available, but there is no way individually you can count. That is one of the major hindrance for B2B environment, especially in manufacturing environment, because if that facility percolates to manufacturing environment, then it will become a major success. Otherwise, these units are very successfully tested and being used in the distribution environment. As I have seen the cost of this item over a period of time, it has come down, but still not to the extent that you can simply ignore the cost, because it should come in paise, less than a rupee per unit, then it is fine. Like barcode, barcode, it's less expensive. It can be in few paise per barcode, whereas this is bit costly, maybe in three digits expensive, depending upon format you are trying to use, whether active or positive. But in future we need some kind of RFID or related technology which is economical. So there are development going on, okay, especially in B2B. Identifying the item or counting the item is so much troublesome. There are technology evolving, and still I am also waiting to see what could replace RFID. Some artificial intelligence method, like computer vision system, are coming up, but still not clear, because those things also should be cost economic. Not only identifying the item, it should be in a position to count the item, then it will be of great use. There are a lot of material available on RFID. If you are interested, you can google up, so that you can get those items. If there are any queries from lot of active participants in LinkedIn and YouTube, you can type in the comments so that we can review. If you want me to discuss any specific topic, also you are welcome to comment, so that I can take up in the coming sessions. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.